Hi, I'm your host, Chris Sands, and today we are doing our first in-person interview. I guess it's been in months now. We are socially distant because we are in the huge Attaboy Barrel House, or isn't there more to the name?
Attaboy Barrel House.
Now I feel bad about it.
I feel like there's an "and" in there, or am I thinking of something?
Well, no, yeah, barrel aging and blending is on the glass.
Okay.
You know, it's
Okay, that's where I must have saw that earlier. So we're talking to Carly and Brian showed up too. So thanks for having us out, guys. And
great to see you again, Chris.
Great to be 6 feet from you.
It's always a pleasure to see you, Brian.
I in no way wish this is a Zoom meeting.
So I want to start out by pointing out that it's almost a year since we recorded an episode in the production area of Attaboy.
Oh, it was nasty then as well.
And yeah,
I was just as sweaty.
You got drunk enough to make a really bad bet.
Oh yeah. I don't even remember. I think that whole thing was contrived to make me make a hard seltzer, but who cares? It happened. Now we're doing it all the time. We're gonna rename it Attaboy Seltzeria.
Someone
we just that's where the market is.
Someone actually asked me recently if you guys only make seltzer because that's all they see you post about.
Only seltzer. We'll get ready because we're gonna seltzer, more seltzer.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I've seen them post about other beers too. I don't think it's just seltzer.
Well, it's hot. It's an alcoholic beverage. People like it, so we'll do it.
How many different flavors have you made now?
We're on our third. So we did the one I lost the bet, the raspberry, the mango, and then we have a tangerine on right now.
I get more calls about the seltzer actually. Cider.
We've done this thing where we want to give people what they want.
It turns out they don't want our beer.
No, it's you want to have people want to come to your place. 1 in 4 of them may not like beer as much as you and I do, and we don't want to cut them out of that night. So
I don't understand. Well, I mean, I guess I kind of understand but so many brewers take such a hard stance about refusing to make seltzer, and then if the owner of the brewery wants to make it, they're pissed off about it. But
yeah,
I don't know. I always look at it and it's a business. You want to make money.
Because we're in the unique position of being brewer owners, and so if I want to get a new fermenter, I would like to have people come in and buy our product, no matter if it's a seltzer or a beer. Our passions lie in beer, and that's what we really focus on. But we're gonna make a seltzer. We're gonna do a good one, and we're gonna bring everybody in. It's a very. Some people have the luxury of being able to be high and mighty on we don't do this or that, but they're not paying the bills. I don't care.
Well, that's I mean, I guess I just don't understand. If people want to drink it, then I don't know.
Why you defend it?
Yeah, why make it for them?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, especially when some people can't drink beer.
Right, celiac or
Sorry,
because we have friends that are violently can't handle anything with gluten, and it's a good option. This is a good, refreshing option for them. So we want to be more inclusive and less
If we could sell Bud Light, we would, but it's actually not allowed. So I'm kidding.
If I could brew Bud Light, that would be pretty amazing.
When Beth and I went to our delayed honeymoon in Ireland and we toured the Guinness brewery, I was amazed that they had Budweiser on tap there.
Oh wow!
And then there were
it's probably a moneymaker. It's probably
that's what I said. I asked him. I was like, "Why do you have He's like, well, there's a lot of Americans that come here that don't like Guinness.
They want one Guinness, and then they're like, I'll have 7 Bud Lights." Yeah.
And they said they sell a lot of it.
Why not?
All right, well, give the people what they want.
Pays for someone's salary or their health insurance. What the hell not?
But I thought that was funny. Why would you pay all that money to take? Actually, maybe it wasn't expensive, but I mean, you have to pay to take the Guinness tour to get to that
for your
bar.
selfie. You're taking it's fully for the selfie.
And then there were people there drinking a Budweiser. It just seemed counterproductive.
Well, who wants to have more than one Guinness? Come on. Those dark beers. Get out of here.
Oh, that's right. You want?
I'll brew a seltzer, but not a not a stout.
A stout. That's where I draw the line.
How dare you?
I will not sell
I have
out.
integrity.
So, I would also assume that the profit margin on seltzer is probably better than beer.
No comment.
How dare you? We handcraft each piece of dextrose that comes in and slap it in the kettle and turn it around in 2 weeks. No, it's cheaper for sure. It's it's an easy brew day. You're putting that in. I mean, if you've tried the third version of our seltzer, it's better than our first. So it's like pride in what you're doing. Like even if it's not totally your thing, you still want to do a good job of it. Yeah. And so
this one barely tastes like anything.
But it's also a good platform. So it's kind of a fun platform that we're doing with our team. Yeah. Is that every 2 weeks we have 2 members of our team that will kind of doctor up our seltzer, and we'll do 5 gallons of one staff member and 5 gallons from another, and whichever keg wins, but it gets kicked first. That's the reigning seltzer boy or basic boy. So it's kind of a fun, like a test of like how to put these different flavors into a beverage. And
that's cool.
Yeah, I mean it's fun, like cucumber or basil or all these different kind of fun things that you do at a 5-gallon scale that maybe you wouldn't do at a 300-gallon scale. So.
But I mean, I think that also, I think it plays to why not just do it, because it's like anything else. You can, if you actually put a lot of effort into it, you can make a better version of
exactly. You can make something delicious. It doesn't matter. Like, why not try, different things?
Because you use real fruit.
Oh yeah, always real fruit. We don't just do the little creepy extract stuff. We do all puree, like real. here's a half of an eye drop of peach extract in here. That doesn't. We have our bizarre integrity lines.
No stouts, no extracts.
That's once again. That's the whole point of being an entrepreneur. Is you can be completely arbitrary. I love it.
So how long do we have to? First of all, is Julie here today?
Julie is here today, and Julie's seltzer is up tomorrow.
What's hers?
I mean, should we pre-hype it? I guess by the time
post-hype, it would be sold out by then.
Yeah.
Be sold out.
I believe hers is some pomegranate
and lemon.
Plus the existing base is tangerine, but it tastes like tangerine white wine with some ice melted in it.
I feel like the only way.
Is that nice?
The only way to make that more basic would be to add avocado to it.
Go for it. If someone had that idea, they should definitely do it.
Yeah, I'm going for durian just because most people...
Oh, that's going to be your play?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because people want to try durian, right?
Yeah, why not?
So, but it involves getting it, finding it.
H Smart definitely has durian.
I don't think they do.
Oh, yeah. Frozen. They probably keep it frozen.
I don't even know what that is.
What?
It's this stinky...
What's really going to be... this is going to be a really good listening experience for everyone, from the way that Carly goes from a whisper to screaming.
Well, it's also accurate for who being with her at all times.
I can't even watch our episodes because I'm just like, I can't believe that's my voice. And then my next thing is I
think that every time I talk to you.
Your mom texts, oh my God, Carly, your voice is so loud.
So thankfully for everyone, I did learn a couple days ago, because I received a complaint about the volume of Uncapped. I learned how to match the volume output and set it to a certain point. So actually,
like a threshold, like a ceiling.
Yeah.
So year 4 of your podcast,
I was like,
up your game.
I was like, you know what? We're up to 5 listeners. I'm gonna give them the best experience.
Those are quality listeners, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them the best possible. They are gonna get the best possible experience.
It's intimate. It's an intimate podcast. It's
so. All right, so Julie's here. So on our break, make sure that, because we'll take a break in a couple minutes.
Yes.
Refill Brian's glass with the cherry Frederica.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
And then we'll work on getting the next bet.
Trying to get me drunk. I got you. Okay, cool.
For a stout this time. Because I assume he still doesn't know how social media works.
No, he still has like 4.
No way to figuring it out. I
think he's got like 4 posts on his Instagram. Yeah, one of them's an OSHA violation.
No, 2 of them are. 2 of them. Well, Tommy with the pallet jack, and then my buddies on the forklifts.
Yeah.
That's not allowed.
On the on the standing on the teeth. Like.
No one will notice. Yeah. So we'll work on that.
Okay.
So I guess in like 6 months there will be a stout.
Probably.
Never
I was thinking maybe we should push for, like our 5th anniversary stout or something.
So
maybe when we get divorced, our celebration beer.
Because that's how
I get the brewery.
No, we renew. Yeah, so you have the opt out at 10. We're coming up. Like, how long has it been? We have the opt in. You have to opt back in.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So because I'm sure people are enjoying listening about cider. Have you seen
seltzer?
Seltzer. Well, they both are really good drinks. Have you seen Evil? Crap, I always confuse Evil Genius and Evil Twin. I think it's Evil Twins.
The Danish guy.
I don't know.
The one with the
Danish brewer with the.
And you can describe all that as much as you want. I'm still not.
Say what you're gonna say.
They have a line of seltzers called Evil Water. But they're like pastry seltzers.
Oh,
and that's
nice.
And this is where I feel like things maybe have gone a little too far.
Hey,
because
people will buy it.
Oh, I'm sure they sell out of every drop of it almost instantly.
That's
but
nasty.
I feel like it kind of completely defeats the purpose of a seltzer.
Light and refreshing.
Yeah.
Someone gave us a pastry stout the other day, and I almost
kill myself immediately. Like we couldn't drink more than 2 sips. What's the point of that?
It tasted like something melted in it.
Kill yourself if you like that. I'd rather have 7 seltzers than a pastry stout.
I'll bring you some next time.
It's disgusting.
I also apologize. I forgot to bring you some raspberry beach drink. Because I know how much
came out. I saw it came out.
I know how much you like to drink beer out of.
I really like these really authentic collaborations. Like I just really like a good, all these like really special, meaningful collaborations that happen. That like people come up with the same ideas.
We put a lot of thought into doing it with raspberry instead of strawberry.
I think you guys are doing a good job of grinding collaborations to just nothing and like complete nothingness.
I will admit that some of them have been like that.
I would say 99% of collaborations are complete garbage.
Not of the ones I've done. I have, on over half of them, I have participated in the recipe development.
Yeah. Or they pretended you were.
Not everyone is as bad of a person as you are.
I am terrible.
He is saying no collaborations, mostly because he doesn't want any collaboration with me. Like he doesn't want to listen.
Oh yeah, no, there's no collaboration anywhere here.
And then for a while,
complete narcissist, like massive.
But on the flip side, he gets no collaboration with me, so I don't have to listen to him at all. Works out great.
I'm definitely not going to give you any beach drink now. Carly is welcome to have some.
Yeah.
You are not. And
sounds like a favor.
Beach drink was good last time.
No, it was good. Yeah. It was good.
It's even better this year, but you're not going to know.
It did not have too much lactose last time. That was mine.
No, it was a good beer. It's True Respite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was solid. Like I liked it.
No, not lactose. No.
No, it was didn't they have lactose in it?
Yeah.
So we debated on that this year. We couldn't. Both Brendan and I remembered it having lactose in it.
There's no way of looking that up. There's no way.
No, then he was like, so we had Kenny, the brewer, look in the logs, and there wasn't. So I don't know where we had the idea that it was. So
but we did too. Like we were
on the label.
Ooh, nice.
Was it? I don't know.
So.
I have some old cans. I'll have to look at them. But this version does not have any lactose in it.
I don't think it was needed.
This one also
maybe the brewer
is.
cut it out.
Yeah, maybe. It's probably what he. I think Kenny doesn't like lactose in beer.
Oh yeah,
so
he's good. He's good at his job.
Yes. So maybe he just like forget this. Oops, I ran out.
Yeah.
There's no lactose to be had.
Yeah.
But obvious. I mean, as you know, raspberry is definitely much more prevalent in it than strawberry was.
Raspberry is easier to come through way
Yeah.
more. Like it's.
And the salinity is bumped up.
But I remember
a tad
last
so
time,
much.
even the strawberry was good. It wasn't the plasticky strawberry that sometimes happens.
They used real.
But
qualities.
even if you use real strawberries, like sometimes if you
Is it
do it wrong,
Are you speaking from experience?
it can turn plasticky. But
Okay.
it wasn't, so it was good.
What caused it? Like leaving it on the strawberries too long, or?
I wish I was smarter. But
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I mean, we all wish that. And not about myself.
Yeah.
I mean about you.
No, we
About
all.
you.
Trust me, my whole family would thrive if that was a little bit smarter.
All right, we're. I know they're going to be really happy, so we're just going to take a quick break to thank our sponsors. I'm sure we'll be thrilled with this episode.
Yeah.
So when we'll get back, I guess we'll try to avoid talking about seltzer.
If you haven't heard about our beer dinners, well, now you have. Typically, the last Tuesday of each month, we partner with a local brewery and craft an exclusive 5-course dinner. Each course is thoughtfully paired with some of the finest craft beer available. You'll meet the brewery, enjoy memorable pairings and service, and have a damn good time. Like us on Facebook to stay in the know when tickets become available, because they will sell out quick.
Idiom Brewing Company proudly offers a delicious variety of beers to satisfy the most discerning tastes. Best known for their wide array of India Pale Ales, delicious fruited sours, robust porters and stouts, and crispy pilsners and lagers, Idiom Brewing Company prides themselves on continuing to innovate, utilizing new and or experimental hops, local ingredients, and unique flavor profiles. Unfortunately, you can't enjoy their tap room, which is located along beautiful Carroll Creek in downtown Frederick. Thankfully, you can enjoy their delicious beer to go and even have it delivered throughout the Frederick area. You can check out their menu options and place your order at idiombrewing.com. Make sure to follow them on social media for up-to-date options and hours during these ever-changing times. All right, so I was going to ask you guys, but Carly already told me how much you suck, and you guys haven't seen Hamilton yet. I just want to point out that it's kind of ridiculous.
My buddy Matt Woodard has a subscription to Disney Plus, and we're gonna watch it because we're still basically just leeches. If anyone wants his password,
Yeah, we have not yet watched it. He's not a big musical fan, but we feel obligated based on the fact that it's a worldwide treasure.
Well, so
And-
I'm not a big fan of musicals, and during the whole time, like when it was the biggest thing in the world, which I mean it is again, all I could think was, how the hell could a musical about Alexander Hamilton be anything other than completely boring?
Right.
But then we watched it, and it's absolutely amazing.
well, it's because what's his name is probably a
Manuel,
genius.
Yeah, Lin-Manuel
Yeah, Miranda. Yeah. His work on Moana really brought us in.
In
Really?
Yeah, I think it's Moana, right?
yeah, he did. Yeah,
Oh.
he won an Oscar for like Graham's Obsessed. Did he?
For Moana?
Yes, he won a
The music in
because
Moana, we miss Moana. Our kids won't watch it anymore. We're like, come on.
he's one of the what's that?
EGOT?
No,
He's an
he has a
EGOT? No.
Pulitzer. He's one away from having a PGOT.
EGOT.
Yeah, it's a thing. Look it up on Wikipedia. There's like 5 people would have it. So
What's he
typically
need?
it's I can't remember. I mean, it's definitely not a Tony.
He
I'm
must
sure he has
need it.
that.
Tony.
No, he has a Tony. You really think he wouldn't have a Tony? I would imagine he has a collection of Tonys. I mean, it's an
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony.
Grammy. He must not.
No, he has a Grammy. I think it's an Emmy.
Yeah, the Emmy.
Because I can't imagine he does much TV stuff.
Yeah.
So
if I were one TV thing, he'd get it.
Yeah, he could so I think Emmy is the only thing he doesn't have. Yeah. So he's a Pulitzer, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
But does he have a seltzer?
Does he make?
I mean, I'm sure if he made one, it would be amazing.
Completely adequate seltzer.
Then Beth, my wife, was out of town for a while, so I spent a lot of time watching YouTube videos with him in him or about Hamilton, and what it made me like him even more because half the time he was
Hamilton or Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Both. I'm a huge fan of both now. Big Hamilton fan. But almost everything I saw him in, he was starstruck by who was interviewing him. He's just enjoying this ride so much.
Which is weird because I am not enjoying talking to you.
Well, that's good because I woke up this morning almost thinking, why don't I just go back to bed? Because I knew I would have to do this later today.
You're not getting it back. You're not getting these minutes back, my friend.
No, and each one feels like 10 to 20.
Well, that's great because that's actually what our life feels like. We're on a never-ending dumpster hamster wheel. What is the exact
dumpster hamster wheel?
Are there any more cliches that you want to cram together?
Dumpster fire.
All right, so we're sitting in the Barrel House.
Yes.
That you guys perfectly timed opening.
Yeah, so we opened over Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Large capacity, lots of people inside. I think it's kind of the moment.
Yeah. Special event space.
Yeah.
Weddings.
Yeah, but weird offshoot beers, profiles that not a lot of people want to drink in general. So
Frederick's not ready for it.
Not ready.
They're ready.
No.
They just don't even know about it yet.
Frederick, I don't think people around here have the palate for
Brian especially, but no, we unfortunate timing on the whole shutdown. I mean, unfortunate life, obviously. We're not, but by the February, we really started to hit our kind of
stride.
Our stride. There we go, and people were coming, and lots of people from out of town, and repeat visitors, and people. For us, when people buy a bottle, that means all right, someone wants this enough to take it home with them. So, and then obviously we shut the doors.
I buy them just to smash.
Public health.
And
you're a hero.
So, and then through shutdown, we were selling bottles from Attaboy. So it
was great.
We felt, obviously
good momentum.
Terrible, and but it's been a slow grind. And now that we're open again, we have a lot of space. It's cold in here.
Nice AC.
Yeah.
Plenty of room.
But no, we're picking up speed again. To which it is. It's tough, We're obviously in a pandemic.
Silver lining, obviously, is that we were able to catch up because we were actually selling
more than we expected.
Almost too much for keeping the queue of beer ready. So we were getting through everything too quickly. So all these beers that we sell are bottle
and specifically in the Barrel House.
Yes, yeah. all these beers are bottle or keg conditioned, and that takes a number of months before it's being in the barrel, tasting right, and then being able to sell. So I have to it has to condition in its final package for. We do at least 2 months just to make sure everything's exactly right. So we were getting really close to having to go down to just a few beers here, and now we were able to build up the queue quite a bit and brew a bunch of beers for barrels and fill it. And it was it was terrible to be, for us to be, half shut down, but it was pretty cool that we were able to catch up and fill a ton of barrels, and we have our queue of beers that they're coming on. You'll see them; they're coming on every week. Like, it's we're excited about the lineup. I mean, we're releasing. Last week we did Frederick Cherry, which
we just had and is absolutely delicious.
Yeah,
and that's strong.
It's 9. I think it's
I'm about to fall off my chair. It's
9.2% golden sour with cherries we got up at Boggers up in Westminster. Really happy with that. It's on the tartar, like the more sour end for us, and like so that's more for us. I mean, for a 9.2% beer, you're probably not going to have more than one anyway. So we think that's a good play for that. So like we got Azaka Farm Boy, which came out 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Is that the place that you can pick your own cherries?
Yeah, their cherries are coming in right now. Unfortunately, we're too busy right now to go get cherries this year. We're getting peaches for sure. So we're working on figuring out when. I think the peaches we want are coming in beginning of August, and we'll do Frederick Peach again, and that will show up, maybe in January or February, just whenever the beer is ready. But we get cherries and peaches from them.
How many barrels do you have now?
We've filled about 90 barrels. So we have 90 full barrels currently, in various degrees of.
Right here.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. A lot of these I'm very touchy about having the barrels touched by anyone.
Well, it makes sense. I got to go on a tour of the Guinness barrel area once. And they were very, very, very clear about not getting even close to the barrels.
Yeah.
And they told me to start out like they had one of the their huge distributor in there, and he walked up and it was like just touching stuff.
No, people want to do that, and they'll give them a beer, and then they want to take the bong out, and that's thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars you just ruined.
Yeah. Especially because they're using humongous barrels.
Oh yeah.
They're probably that sounds like a nightmare. Thousands, like $10,000 right there.
Well, and here we're also we're not dog friendly and not kid friendly here, and that's a big portion.
Dog unfriendly.
We're
kid
dog
unfriendly.
Kid unfriendly. It's a big portion of one. I hate kids and dogs. So that's one, and then 2, safety.
Graham, we need to start making teaser clips.
So you have the drop on that.
Right. So whenever you put this together, just go ahead and isolate that for me to post.
I especially hate white dogs. Okay. The big fluffy ones. Oh man,
the hair gets everywhere.
Yeah, people are like, it's great on a brewery. And I'm like, I know, it's just you stick your finger in cracks and getting that white dog hair. But no, kids. People are always like, God, just bring my kids in, but the kids think that our kids, we have 2, we hate them too. They think that it's a good place to hide.
It sounds
barrels
really
are good to climb on.
It sounds really good when you look away from the mic and talk.
Well, I was saying how I hate my kids, but behind my back, so I was hoping it sounded like I love them.
So, how many barrels are you typically blending together for each beer?
Well, that's the beauty, right? So, good question, Chris. Gold star. That's the beauty of having so many barrels of beer available to blend, is because you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. With each beer. So we have a beer de coupage that we are putting out this week, which is a blend of an old a sour golden ale that's been resting in a red wine barrel for about 18 months, and then a fresh saison. And so we were able to select the proportions, because everything's in proportions. So you do 5 different glasses of say 1 part to 4 parts or 2 parts to 3 parts, and you figure out exactly how to hit what you want flavor wise. So we were able to, I think Carly and Chris, and my assistant and I, were able to kind of isolate the exact flavor we wanted, and then we had enough of all the different beers to blend them together and get the right thing. So that example is 2-to-1 fresh to aged. Our Raspberry Farm Boy is a 4-to-1 saison to sour ale. We have a
that
beer.
One's all barrel aged. This is our first fresh barrel aged.
First stainless and oak combo, and then we have a blackberry raspberry saison coming up that we blended three wine barrels of a saison that was less acidic and 2 parts that was more acidic. That really, because like we figured out with the fruited beers, like it's nice to match the acidity with the fruit, and so if the base beer isn't tart enough, it doesn't work as well. So we kind of just worked around that, and like we just blended, and that's the beauty. Like that's kind of the excitement of like having all these barrels is like you can do exactly what you want, and the beer will turn out. You're not forced into having like I have 5 barrels and like, all right, this is what it is. We love it. Like this actually is what it is. Like we like this. This is where we want it to be. So you're making fun of me. I don't say this stuff out loud to her because she makes fun of me.
No, come on.
I literally never say this to her. She's just like, because she makes fun of me.
Do you
No, you can tell the excitement. Like this is this is his jam. Hey,
So-
if you had me talk about patterns all day, I would be like, and then I did this and it didn't work. But in his face just goes, whoa.
I don't want to
So-
talk about patterns. Do you enjoy doing like this side more than just making I don't want to say regular beer, but
More than making mediocre beer. Is what you
yeah. Like, is this your passion? The
No, I would.
blending and
Well, I
barrel
mean,
aging and blending,
well,
or
it's
just
just another offshoot of like it's something that's really interesting. I mean, end of the day, Carly and I are usually having a couple Creek Life. Like it's it's just a refreshing hoppy beer. Like we love the hoppy stuff, but it's gets a little old once in a while. Like, and this is like the depth of barrel aged beers. There's so much to learn about it, and so many different flavors that can come out. It's not as straightforward as maybe some of the hoppy stuff.
And it's like when we do the barrel tasting, it's pretty fun to taste stuff. Like we'll taste like 10 at a time or 8 at a time because you can't, after a while, it just doesn't taste different. But it's a really fun experience of like, this tastes awesome. And like the same beers in different barrels move along at different rates. So it's a cool thing to see and to like check in on and stuff like that.
But I like it. There's so much more complexity in it. Like when I first tried it, so I said like the aroma of this beer is just ridiculous in a good way.
Yeah.
Like there's just so many notes that you pick up, and then
Can you write some of them down for us?
No, because that is that's one of those things I'm absolutely horrendous
Words,
at. Yeah.
writing words.
Just words in general. I took it was a couple months long, like BJCP class.
Oh yeah.
Thinking like I'm gonna learn how to talk about beer and how to describe it, and what I learned quickly was I would never want to be a beer judge, and 2, I don't care if I can talk about it anymore.
It's so hard to do. Talking about like flavor is really like it's a struggle. Like first of all, I don't like talking, and then second of all, like it's like you have to like
But yet
really
you
think
won't shut up.
And then like give me 2 beers and you're an idiot. You were saying stupid things. Stop talking. No, it's just really hard to like. We're not raised trying to talk about flavor all the time, but like I think we all can if you focus on it and you want to. You don't need to be a big nerd and like, but I don't think there's like super tasters or people that. Well, there are people who really taste things more, but like most of us can perceive, and once we think about it and focus about it, we can learn how to describe parts that we like and parts that we don't. Like,
it's a lot of work though.
yeah, just have a beer. Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
that's
fine.
it's a lot easier just to drink him. Like, yeah, this is good. I'll drink it again instead of trying to discern every individual thing I pick up.
Well, that's the other thing. That's the part about beer where you're like, just having a beer and having fun, man. Like, at the end of the day, you're like, we'll just have a beer. Like, take it easy.
All right, we're going to take another quick sponsor break. We'll find something to talk about when we get back. The NCAP podcast is brought to you by District East. A lot of Friday and Saturday afternoons, you'll find me at District East for their weekly beer tastings. District East is part of the local beer community, and they get limited releases and exclusive beers that are hard to find anyplace else. This is why I chose District East for the release of my collaboration beers. One of my favorite things to do at District East is building a custom six-pack. With over 900 beers on their shelves and new beers every week, District East is a great place to find beers I love and to discover new and hard-to-find ones. They also have 8 beers on tap for Crowler and Growler fills, and they have kegs to go. District East is located on Northeast Street in Frederick, in the same shopping center as Family Mill and Rockwell Brewery. You can find today's beer lists on the District East Facebook page or at www.districteast.beer. I'm excited to announce our newest sponsor, Vanish Farmwoods Brewery. Vanish is a brewery and entertainment complex located on a 62-acre hops and apple farm in Luckett's, Virginia, just 20 minutes from Frederick, Maryland and Leesburg, Virginia. With over 20 beers on tap, a selection of wines and ciders, along with multiple food options, there is something for everyone. Vanish has live music on Saturdays and Sundays and a wide variety of special events. Go to vanishbeer.com for information on everything they have to offer. We talked about the Barrel House. You've started canning a lot of beer. That's rare now. No one's doing that.
It's original. We are thinking outside the box here. No, it's like one of those funny things about, like, you kind of think, I'm sure you think you're doing all the things right, and like you have very strong opinions about things, and then a bump like the pandemic comes up, and you have to do something different that takes you outside that, and we immediately had to can, and what's coming from that is like, maybe we should have been canning before. Like,
well, it's because you guys had done a canning run.
Yeah, we canned once.
You did it for a long time.
We just did it once, and I just got really uncomfortable because I'm really worried about moving through our beer really quickly. I don't want to sell a beer at 4 weeks. I want to get to the customer as fast as possible. A lot of our beers are IPAs and hoppy stuff that like really in the first month are on.
Yeah.
Third month,
I like
nothing
the
went
age
3 months, but like
hazy IPAs.
What's that?
I like the age hazy IPAs.
Yeah.
On your front porch. Yes.
Sun brewed.
Sun baked IPAs are
delicious.
Yeah.
So we were pushed into it by the pandemic, but it was like, I think we'll actually probably keep canning once a month. We can look forward to like canning our beers. It's a stress on the brewing schedule because we do not have a canning line, and we have a company come in to do it, so we have to kind of release three or four beers at once. But it's been great for us, and we've been really happy with how the beers turned out. Like, we're tasting everything. Like, 4 weeks. If there's anything left at 4 weeks, we're tasting it. Like, I think so far so good, and so I'm less stressed out about the whole process right now.
Yeah, the first time was really stressful.
It's stressful every time, Carly.
Well, no, I was saying
every time it goes in the can,
time, but
I get really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Do you know what what holds up for a while? Stouts.
Yeah. How about bottle conditioned stuff? How about things that have live active yeast that are scavenging oxygen?
I think stouts.
But yeah, no, it's been cool to push ourselves
seltzers?
A little bit.
Those are probably like Twinkies, right? Like they don't.
I would like to push the limits on warm storing a bunch of seltzers. Who cares? It's fine.
But it still comes down to like, why are you buying craft seltzer when you can just buy
it Truly?
Yeah.
Well, because they keep their money in the community. Like, that person buying it here is paying for us, paying for our plumbers, and paying for our local suppliers. Like, it is keeping our money here, even if it is not really. Well, we're into it, but like, it's
Have you
supporting a local business.
Have
so.
you considered canning
Why
your
not?
seltzers?
Let's give it a shot next time.
Right now, let's do it. I mean, maybe.
Well, if the brewing schedule, it's tough because we have 7 fermenters
Yeah.
and we have to line
Yeah.
things up, and I would never want to displace a beer for a seltzer.
Yeah.
Like, we like having a seltzer on, but it's not really the
I'm trying
priority.
to think. Oh, Gear House. Gear House
Yeah.
just canned a seltzer.
Kushwa can their seltzer.
That's right. Kushwa
Yep.
did.
Kushwa.
Kushclaw.
No, I mean, like, why not? Like,
Dude,
if people want to buy it,
a few
like,
other, yeah.
give people what they want.
Yeah.
I like the name of Gear House's seltzer.
do they
Giggle
call it?
water.
What?
Giggle water.
Giggle water.
I mean, ours is like water. It's really, I haven't had a lot of seltzers, but I'm like, just tastes like water. Like, what's happening?
Yeah,
I actually think Basic Boy was the first one I ever had.
First, well, yeah, we did
First,
that.
now you're
I've never
obsessed.
tasted
You're
one,
obsessed.
Yeah,
You love it.
it's all I drink now.
but yeah,
Have it on tap at my house,
but like the
in my office.
So the idea, like, we've done a lot of like kind of fun like things that we thought we knew, or like the pandemic has actually pushed us to. We'd always talked about expanding our beer garden, and like we have now been pushed into doing that because like we want everyone to be outdoor right now. Why not? It's you can hang out, and so like it's really accelerated that, and now we have an extra how many seats outside?
I don't know.
Well, we're getting but our outdoor
48,
beer
I think,
garden has
yeah.
like massively grown, which is we wanted to do eventually, but it's accelerated that, and it's like I think it's a good thing. Like, so these are the silver lining things. Like,
Yeah.
that we probably should have been canning sooner. Like, we probably should have pushed our beer garden sooner. And so it's like these
Yeah.
are like things that we got pushed into, and it's like it's fun. Like,
And all the little
Yeah.
new projects, and I mean they're more work, but like I do like the new things of like, oh, we've got to figure this out, and we got to get our plants, and we've got some. Each week we're trying to roll out some new updates to the beer garden that will make it nicer and feel less like a parking lot. And so those little things are a little. Like he gets excited about stuff, and that's my manual labor work that I like to do. So
The patterns on
What?
the.
yes. Wait, did you look at our drawing? Yeah, maybe there will be patterns out there. But yeah, so there's these little things that, we got into brewing and building a brewery, and you have all these like little projects that are exciting. So it's nice, especially for me, in the monotony of like paperwork and forms and blah blah blah, waking up early, applying for loans, all those kind of things that it has added some more work, but like fresh work. Yes. Is that weird?
new problems.
Yeah, new problems.
Hey, if you
When-
don't like problems, like, you shouldn't be an entrepreneur.
And the good thing too, though, is that at least almost everything that you need to do that you're being forced to do to survive the pandemic, they're all things that are going to continue to help you
Yeah.
moving
That's what I was
forward
saying, yeah,
too.
like,
It's
that's exactly-
it's not like you're having to do some
No, we're not
obscure.
we don't have to go
purpose.
down some road that
Yeah.
we're gonna like have to shut later. Like,
Yeah.
this is all actually like this is gonna help us be stronger in the future and be more resilient. So hopefully, as long as we could keep our sanity.
But it's also I'm happy personally for when this first happened. A lot of you being the brewery owners in Frederick were very, very nervous / afraid of what was going to happen. And
Because we were 95% on premise.
yeah, and
like that's
almost pretty much everyone.
which is terrifying. But then like the first week we were like people came. The first week we were shut down. People like showed up. We're like, okay, people want to show that they're supporting us. That's cool. And then they just kept supporting it, and like that like meant so much to us. Like people were going out of their way to pick up beer from their local brewery, even when you could get a 15-pack of a brewery from Michigan for cheaper, and like it was really like it. Like
Founders.
Yeah. I didn't want to talk about that racist brewery. Like,
But yeah, each week people continue to show up, and it's the same with the restaurants, and like
So that
people
was-
are really making an effort.
That's something I was confused by, because at least locally, everyone I talked to has a lot of people have actually sold way more beer than pre-pandemic. It's not as profitable, so like revenue's down, but production is up, but it almost evened out or was just slightly less.
Yeah.
But then there was a Forbes article about
I was going to say,
how,
but did you read that article?
I read part of it, but I was like, this doesn't match what I'm being told by anyone locally.
What was that? I think I read it. You want to refresh?
It was saying that alcohol producers aren't doing as amazing as everyone thinks they're doing.
Because on premise,
yeah.
like all
the
regional
little
size
breweries like us are well insulated because we have a community connection.
Yeah.
I would think if you're a larger production brewery that counted on a lot of off-premise,
in this
you
area,
took a beating. Like, it's a very hard. You can't just shift everything to cans and expect it to still like.
But at least packaged product sales for even the largest national guys are up.
Yeah.
At least
they're up, but they're not going to offset.
Yeah.
Not
at least in
there.
Maryland.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't talk to anyone outside like that knows areas outside of, but at least in Maryland, like across the board, sales are up for everyone.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I would think
insane.
But like the keg sales.
Yeah, that's tough.
That stuff that was going to every bar and grill and restaurant.
Once again, though, like that's the large regional breweries have been under fire for a long time from little guys like us around the country, and now this thing, like, they're in a rough patch. Like,
the amount I read an article about that, and I can't remember what it was. But like, it was an outrageous amount of like the volume of beer in kegs that was going to be wasted. But like that also has a lot of places have turned that into an opportunity too, like where they've sent all those kegs to a distillery. And
that's not an opportunity, though. It's just
not
throwing something in the garbage.
Yeah, opportunity is maybe the wrong thing, but like
okay. At least I can feel better about throwing this thing in the trash that I'm not going to make any money on.
Yeah,
like it's we only distribute like 5% of our volume, and it's just in Frederick County.
So you didn't really have that much of a hit from that.
That's not our focus. Like we want to sell in Frederick County. That's it. Like we don't want to blow up the place. So it was never, that didn't hit us really, but yeah, I feel bad for all those poor beers out there. Delicious beers by, I don't know.
So have people started to come and drink in tap rooms? I still am not.
Well, our tap room's not, like, over there, our tap room's not open.
So
okay, so you just
Attaboy,
you just kept it closed.
We only keep the outdoor space open.
Okay.
We have such a small tap room.
It would be really hard to.
Yeah. It's like we're not going to open for like
2 tables.
Yeah. And you're like, let's expose our employees permanently with, like, we have so much outdoor space now that it doesn't, like, we can just.
And with the air conditioning, and like, there's just a lot of stuff. And then it'd feel also like we're big on when you come, like, it has to feel a certain way. You want to feel like you're having fun and
not worried about.
In the tap room at Attaboy, it's so small that you'd be like 4 people over there and 6 people here, and just all staring at each other like, hey guys.
How many? So, Attaboy's only outside. The Barrel House is indoor.
Yeah,
how many
we're
people
open,
can you fit?
We're open Friday 5 to 10 p.m., Saturday 12 to 10 p.m., and legally we can have 97 and a half people, but no kids. So no.
But it's like it's all like it's at least like 15 feet between tables.
General,
it's 6,000 square feet of like just.
If
open
we have 20
space.
to 21 people in here to 22, we're like, all right, doing it. Like we're still getting our like feet back under us, and throughout the day, 10 hours is actually a long time to be open. So I think, especially in Frederick County, people are just like towing back in. So yeah, usually they'll be like one person in that corner and someone over there and a few people are here.
Well, it's just like an uncomfortable time for us because we want more people to come back, but then we're like, not
But you
too
don't
many.
want-
Like, can we have like 7 people back? It's like, it's a weird
No, 6.
It's like
not more than 6.
weird as a
at
business
time.
where you like, you know, you're built to like, we want to sell as much beer as possible, but then also we don't want to like kill everybody.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
what a noble
I'm a
thing
hero.
to-
I'm a
yes.
freaking hero. I just want to kill them slowly with alcohol.
Friends.
Have you found people to be generally respectful of wearing masks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, we had a friend in from a different part of the state, and he was shocked at like how well people in Frederick are adhering to the rules versus his area. He's like, my area, they're just, you know, going, not, you know, they're fighting it. Like here, everyone's like pretty cool about
on,
like
sanitizer
community-driven,
everywhere,
yeah.
people following the rules.
people are putting the mask
different
on inside.
directions,
Like it's
yeah. But we feel strongly, one, like obviously we need to protect ourselves, protect our customers, protect our employees, you know, protect our community. But we also think that for at least Attaboy, we're rule followers, and the people that are coming there will also, like, they appreciate the following of the rules.
Yeah.
So we're going for that. I mean, every once in a while you have to remind someone to put their mask on inside. We have free masks. I mean, don't everyone come for free masks? We don't have that many, but we want to do everything we can to stay because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Well, and now you can be fined. So.
Oh, can you?
Oh yeah, just yesterday. Your first warning is $250.
Jeez. You'd think they would start with like first you get warned.
No, I think but also I think it's our
we don't wanna mess
ability.
around.
Yeah,
we
like
can just say it. We can just be like, hey man, $250. Like it actually helps us because
That's true.
You know,
yeah.
we can.
It's not like I'll be told I have to have, like,
Yeah.
you're actually hurting me if you don't just put
because
the
it's
mask
not our
on.
decision. Like, this is the rules. Let's all
Is that-
follow and be cool.
Is
It
that
just
the
came out
state
yesterday.
or is that
Yeah.
Frederick doing that?
State.
Okay.
It just came out yesterday. But I think it's good
No,
that
we're on.
Yeah.
We're on. Don't expose my team to that. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
just because
Yeah,
you don't
it's-
feel like doing it, you're gonna expose my team to that. Get out of
Then
here.
just go to the
Get out
park
of here.
or something.
Yeah, get out of here.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, it's definitely something that we all need to work together so we can all stay open. Like, we can't go backwards.
That's actually I won't go down there.
Yeah. Jeez. Shoot. But yeah, no,
I'm
we're
glad.
happy that people in Frederick especially seem to really be paying attention and being respectful of our team and themselves and other customers.
Well, I had to go to Costco for the first time in, I mean, since when did we go into quarantine? Like March something.
Yeah.
But that was the first time I had been to
yeah.
Costco since then, and I was amazed that like there wasn't a single person not wearing a mask.
Oh yeah.
There was a couple people that got a little closer to me than I would have liked, but other than that, like
people,
it was.
people have been pretty cool about it. Like,
Yeah.
Seems like they're.
I did have to yell at a coworker to get away from me, and that masks don't work if you don't cover your nose. But other than that, it's been.
It's an IQ test right there.
So you have a couple things coming up. One
Yes.
was one of the things I didn't know how they were doing it, but
The Tour de Frederick.
yeah.
So it's not posted yet.
Oh.
But no. The Tour de
breaking
Frederick
news.
is. But Attaboy, we're late to the game. It's just weird because we're usually like
You guys,
really.
I mean, if there's anyone
Punctual.
that is on it,
Yeah.
it's usually
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Yeah. We plan months in ahead.
Tight game.
Keeping it tight. But yes, our Tour de Frederick team is going to be late to the game, but we're going to come out roaring. I don't know what that means. But this year, the Tour de Frederick is virtual. So every team is going to do their ride the best way they can. For Attaboy, last year, we had a lot of we had a lot of kids. We got our kids involved. We got our cousins and nieces and nephews. So it's mostly just because we didn't want to do a really long ride.
Yeah.
No,
And then the long ones go up through like
yeah. We did
hills
the
and-
10-mile one just so we could like go get blasted at the finish line and have some beers with our kids. Good. But yeah, so we're gonna have a T-shirt. We're gonna sell it for $40, and that gets you a T-shirt and a beer and access to our amazing scavenger hunt ride. We're mostly gonna rely on some people around Frederick that are much cooler than we are, that ride a lot to
90-some%. Oh.
Yes. And so we're hoping to, raise the same amount of money that we did last year, but with slightly different, but same it'll be just as exciting.
Actually, more exciting. A
Oh,
scavenger
and we've
hunt?
got
That sounds way better.
we've got Frederick Bound, which he's a local
I'm glad
artist.
that you yelled that.
Frederick Bound's a local
That felt
artist
good.
and designer who's going to be doing the art for our T-shirts. So although our T-shirts were amazing last year, I really liked the local designer we used. Hopefully they'll be a little bit cooler.
Great job, Carly, though. You did a great job.
I know.
Proud of you.
Yeah,
Give yourself a pat on the back.
I know. The thing about art is it's hard. Just
Art is hard.
I can tell if people like that's ugly, but then to make something that's nice,
Yeah.
it's much harder.
Way easier to criticize.
Right?
I don't know anything about that.
So anyway, that'll be coming up here shortly, and everyone has to jump on it really quickly because we are behind schedule.
I need to look. I wonder if bikes are selling at a premium yet.
Oh yeah, but it's hard to find a bike anywhere.
No, it's damn near impossible.
Okay, yeah.
I think.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of the. It's like seeds.
That's awesome.
Like there's been
That's
big
great.
runs on random things since the
Yeah. So
one,
like
obviously toilet paper, but seeds, bikes.
anything to do with streaming video is impossible to buy.
Oh wow.
Because everyone's doing like so webcams or like I much like Attaboy am slow, and I didn't it didn't dawn on me right away that hey, I'm gonna have to do these remotely, and
Yeah.
so like
didn't jump on it.
as soon as I decided I should.
Unlike Carly, who heard the pandemic and immediately ordered 4 pallets of growlers.
But that was, I mean, extremely
No,
smart.
she jumped on it immediately.
So I had started looking for even just like a better webcam, and thank you for blocking my camera.
Want to share?
I'm good, actually.
I had
I'm good.
thank you for blocking the camera again. I had started looking for even just a better webcam and couldn't find one anywhere. They've been sold out for
Yeah.
like 3. You could buy one, but it's like 3 times the MSRP of them. And then devices that you can use, like good cameras that turn them into for streaming, same thing.
Yep.
So bikes are into that category too. Like I guess because gyms have been closed, so many more people have gotten back
sense.
into biking, and so there's been a higher demand for bikes.
Yeah.
And at the same time, those factories shut down.
Good time to be a bike thief.
Yes. So if you're out of work and you're looking for a new
To steal
profession,
some bikes.
bike stealing.
Yeah. I get it.
Is so. I'm wondering if they're starting to sell at a premium now.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you go to, and I think like downtown, the downtown bike shop has like no new bikes.
Oh, really?
Right now.
They gotta go to the used game.
Some of the other ones
Slash
have
stolen.
like the only bikes they have in stock are like $6,000-$7,000 ones.
Ah.
Oh God.
So.
Which I don't ride on less than a
Yeah.
$6,000 bike.
I mean, who would? Like peasants.
This ass needs a good bike.
So I need to look. If they're selling at a premium now, I feel like maybe I'll sell some of my bikes.
I got a bunch of cruddy bikes.
I know,
that
right?
I need to deal with. Like,
That gold bike. We have a weird gold bike. It's very
I don't know
nice.
whose that is. If you have like a stack of like 7 bikes, it'll multiply. It'll like
They just
people
show up
start
on-
stacking other bikes on it. It's pretty cool.
It doesn't hold air, but it's pretty.
So how do people join your team?
Oh, good question.
Man, that's the second good one I've asked
Good
today.
question.
Yeah.
She's also lying. Who says that when she's lying?
Well, first I have to put it up on the thing, but I thought I should have all of my ducks in a row before putting it up. So I'll add the team. It's Tour de Frederick. Oh, let's also say that the Tour de Frederick, all the proceeds, it's a nonprofit fundraiser. They get split halfway between the Boys and Girls Club of Frederick and shoot.
Another charity.
Yeah, Rotary. There we go. The Rotary. There's many Rotaries. Carroll Creek Rotary. And so they both go to do good stuff, and we're big fans of the Boys and Girls Club.
Apparently not so much the Rotary.
Well, no, that's our North Star, of things that we try to support every year and do a fundraiser for. Mostly because, especially right now, there's so many kids who don't have a safe place to go after school, or need an extra snack before they hit home. Many people take that for granted. So, and right now they're also taking care of some kids whose parents are essential workers. So they're doing a lot for the community. And since having kids, we're this is a lot of work. So we're trying to support other people that also feel like that.
Can you imagine how, I don't want to use the word amazing, but probably amazing, being quarantined would be without kids?
Oh, yeah, right?
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
I know, right? Ugh.
Little buzzkills.
I wasn't sure where you were going, and I was going to cut you off, amazing not having kids were, and you basically met me there. We're just waiting for them to be old and cool, so. And then they'll get into their own problems, and then they won't be cool. We think 8 to 12 is going to be a sweet spot. No.
Never.
7 to,
no sweet spot.
to 11.
18 plus. That's what
I don't know. I'm waiting for it. I can tell you.
Out of the house.
10 is not a sweet spot.
What?
Get out of the house. I can't wait.
At least there's no minor chances of little pieces of poop on your floor.
Note,
not
don't
this
ever
place,
go to
just our house.
Maybe on that note, we're done. I think maybe.
Little pieces of poop. Cheers to little pieces of poop.
Do you guys have any canning runs scheduled?
So we did ours last week. We got We have Darling Clementine, Yakima Hello.
Yeah, that was the
Sporto.
beer that Carly just gave us while blocking the camera.
Yep. And then August 6th is our next one. Guava no Guava Creek Life. That's our
Another one.
Your bread and butters.
Tarts.
Tarts
McGee.
What fruit?
Ooh.
Punch Jammer.
What else?
Heavy on the raspberry.
Oh, I do like that.
Yeah.
I like raspberry in beer.
Raspberry comes through really well because it has good
Yeah.
aromatics. It's not one of those things that ferments out that you can smell a raspberry. A blackberry doesn't smell much.
We all should like it. It's expensive fruit.
It's expensive as hell.
Do you have plans to get your own canning line? No.
No, it's a lot of A, it's really expensive, and then B, it's another human that needs to really focus on just that thing.
Yeah.
I think packaging is a whole discipline that someone needs to focus on, and we're just not ready to take that on. We'd rather have a specialist.
Would you rather
team
lean
that
in
comes
closer to the mic?
What's that? We'd rather have people who focus on packaging every single day of the week than try to have an employee focus on it once a month. It's a very, I want a specialist on that, and we're not big enough to have a full-time specialist.
Maybe if we'd sell more beer. Maybe if we made better
Is that a
beer.
shot at me? God. Maybe if the cans were labeled better. I don't know.
Maybe if the orange wasn't so bright orange this last time.
Maybe the orange in the label didn't match the orange on the other part of the label. We'd do better.
So once the tap rooms can be open and are back to normal, you cut back on.
It's not going to happen. We're gonna revert. 2021, maybe tap rooms will be open.
Well, I didn't say it was going to happen soon.
Going backwards.
But once.
We're gonna keep canning.
Okay.
Yep, we'll keep canning. It makes sense. I think everyone wants a 16-ounce can. I get it. Like a 32-ounce can of something is
a lot.
It's a commitment.
It's an investment.
I like to drink one by myself in the basement watching Real
basement.
Housewives. It's fine.
It's fine.
I like it. It's good for me.
Yeah, 32 ounces is a lot. I get it. Like, it's just, for us, we were resistant based on the extra cost of bringing someone in,
Yeah.
the lower cost I have to sell it for, and the variable of selling through that in a very quick fashion.
I think I just hand it to someone.
But
it's great.
We've been able to sell through everything really quickly, so I'm getting more confident with that.
Have you watched Ozark?
We watched 4 episodes and didn't believe the human interaction and quit.
You really are bad people.
Oh, look, you can. There was an emotional disconnect on what someone would do in a certain situation. It didn't do it, and like I'm
Breaking Bad what like set the precedent for ridiculousness, and it just went a little too ridiculous too early for me.
You can be ridiculous. You can be a
Guess
chemistry
ridiculous.
teacher that cooks meth, and that's fine. But if you do something emotionally wrong, like that guy wouldn't do, I'm out.
What did he do that you were so
I don't
against?
remember, but like that's when it ticks me. It's like when someone doesn't do something believable.
Huh. Okay. You're wrong. It's a great show.
Terrible and fake. It's unbelievable.
Well, it's not a documentary. I mean, it might be. I don't know. Who am I to judge?
You heard it here. It's
it
a
might be
documentary.
based-
I love
based
that
on a-
documentary.
Based on a true story.
Yeah.
So now you can see what watching the show in our house is like. It's rough. It's hard.
Miserable, probably.
Like most things.
But Letterkenny is fine.
Letterkenny is great. It's just do
That's
Letterkenny.
so. It's realistic. It's
What's Letter
It's just
Kenny?
funny.
just
What?
don't. What? It's a hockey.
What's wrong with you? It's a
Canadian.
Canadian show on Hulu. Watch it.
They like
You will
puns, but I love puns. I watch it and I don't even hear the puns.
Well, you don't understand
Hockey's
them
awful, though.
It's not about
It's
hockey.
It's
not
hockey
about hockey.
players, but
It's
it
not
seems
about
more
hockey.
like they're lacrosse
It's about
players.
no. It's
It's-
about farmers.
I mean, it's by far
And
the
one-
worst sport.
Yeah. You don't mean that. You don't mean that.
Is this even being taped anymore? We're just now talking. They're like, we stopped earlier.
Everything's still red, so it's definitely still recording. Graham may have stopped. I don't know. I mean, I guess you probably don't have any events coming up. That's probably a safe bet.
Big time events. All events all the time.
But yeah, our blood drive event, 8/12, our team, our Tour de Frederick team, we're
Do you
probably
get a
going
free
to...
COVID test with a blood
Oh, yes,
donation?
you do. Or not COVID test, antibody test.
Oh.
But also, if you are still listening to this, if you sign up, man, show up, okay? Because, someone else could have showed up. That's not the right tense. Sorry, I don't know.
Oh, we get some no shows at the blood drive.
Just a few. But it's important. There's a small amount because of, we're not doing any walk-ups because of social distancing. And,
show you're a murderer.
it's a step
Too much?
below that.
Do you get a free beer with a...
We can't say
donation?
that, but you do get a token for your generosity
At a later date.
At a later
Maybe
date
don't.
that you should pay a penny for.
Can you drink a beer before you give blood?
I don't think you should do that either, but no
Okay.
one is regulating. And we need 4 volunteers, and if you volunteer, you get a 4-pack. Which also, that didn't totally. Now that you're saying out loud, it seems like it's better to volunteer than give blood. But
No, volunteer takes longer.
3 hours. So anyway,
And you get a free antibody test.
not if you volunteer, but if you get your blood drawn, yes, yeah. And you save 3 lives, or as someone else said, a lot more babies.
A lot more babies? Oh yeah, so three adult
adult
lives,
lives.
or like 12 babies, or
I don't
like-
know. It was a creepy comparison.
It was. I feel like we've probably run our course for today.
That was our safe word.
Yeah.
Blood drive. Okay, we're done. You guys are done. Carly's drunk.
Thank you guys. It's always not a pleasure, but I still do it anyway.
I don't even know what pleasure feels like anymore.
Gross. It's so gross. Nobody even likes him.
That is true. I mean, that, if anything today was said that was factual, that was it.
I told Ann mediocre beer. If we had better beer,
Yeah.
maybe we could
Also
afford that
true.
candy line and more.
Great marketing. It was fine.
I mean, I would say it's slightly better than mediocre.
I'll take a 6.
3.6
Don't get ahead of yourself.
3.6 out of 5.
Oh, no, not a 5 scale.
What was the name of
I'll
this
say a
beer
3.
again? The
Beer de Capage.
Beer de Capage.
Yep. So we actually didn't even give it a name. It's just the name of the style. It's a little departure, but
What does that translate to?
I don't speak that language.
Okay, you probably.
Mix.
Come on, man.
Fancy way to say mix. It's
Okay.
Belgian for mix.
French.
French for mix. No, it's
All right, cool. Well, thank you too. As always, it's an experience. And
yay. Come
Thank you,
on
everyone.
this
Cheers.
weekend and give the Attaboy Smoketown Attaboy Barrel House a visit.
Yeah.
Plenty of parking.
have you all settled? Is this officially what is it? Is it the Brewmuda or Beermuda triangle?
I'd go with Bermuda. That sounds a little bit more natural.
It rolls off the tongue a little
Yeah.
better.
Bermuda.
Beermuda triangle.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
All right,
Can't wait.
everyone. Thank you for watching and listening. Cheers.
Cheers.
Uncapped is brought to you with support from McClintock Distilling, Maryland's first and only organic certified distillery. They are well known for their award-winning gin and are rapidly growing a name for themselves for their Matchstick Bourbon and Bootjack Rye Whiskey that have both won double gold at international spirits competitions. You can visit them in historic downtown Frederick along Carroll Creek for tours and tastings. Go to McClintockdistilling.com for more information.